What up everybody, and welcome back to a case opening video. I don't need to explain the concept whatsoever. 102 new items in my inventory, 3 of every single case ever put into the beautiful game of Counter-Strike. Why are you opening 3 of every single case ever put into the game, I hear you ask? And there's no particular reason for it, to be honest. 3 is just my lucky number, so I'm hoping if I add that into the mix, we can actually get some decent skins. But very first skin, the deep relief, seen it way too many times. No more deep reliefs for me, please. Gloves straight off the bat, I'll happily accept if you just show me, Gaben, a little pair of... Okay. The order in which we are doing this is the very most recent cases put into the game. We're dealing with... We're dealing with them first and working our way backwards in chronological order. So it's Operation Broken Fang, the very first one. Now we're moving on to the Fracture case, which was the one before last. And I'm going to go ahead and put this out there right away. The very best item that I managed to get out of this entire opening, which isn't looking fantastic right now. 20,000 likes on this video. Then I promise the very best item I managed to get from these cases, I will give away in the comments down below. I've done this video a few times, and every single time I've done it, I really enjoy doing it. It's like a little trip down memory lane. It's like nostalgia central. But if it keeps hitting me with all of these ridiculous blues, then I may get a little less happy. Let's go Prisma 2. Okay, at least it's above. Final Prisma 2 case. The Player 2 is an exceptionally rare skin, and that would be a sick one to get on our very final Prisma 2 case. Show me the Player 2 or a blue. Yeah, or a blue. Moving on to the CS 20 cases. These cases obviously marked the 20th anniversary of CS, and they included a bunch of garbage blue skins, but they also included this, the classic knife. And when these cases just came out, I think I managed to get like 3 classic knives in a row. These cases were so lucky for me. But it doesn't look like today is going to be the same. Maybe a wildfire? An AWP wildfire. I'll happily take that in substitute of a classic knife. Or you can just give me a Mag 7 pop dog. This package, we know what we're going to get from it. It's the X-Ray P250 already. But technically, this is a package within the game. So I got to open it to like complete this video. 3, 2, 1. Oh, would you look at that? It's a P250 X-Ray. Wow, what a surprise. 3 shattered web cases. Let's do it. The AWP Containment Breach is a very expensive skin from this one in factory new, definitely, and in StatTrak. It is a rare Pokemon. I really enjoyed Operation Shattered Web personally. It feels like only yesterday, because actually it was like super recent. But it's still just give me blues. Despite my love for Operation Shattered Web, I don't think it's going to show me any love in return. I think we've got like nothing but blue so far. We've got 1 purple, but that is not looking fantastic. Hopefully it means we're just getting all of our bad luck out of the way on the less expensive cases, so we can come in clutch. So we can come in clutch with something like gloves, something like knives, something like a StatTrak factory. Something like a StatTrak Factory New Fire Serpent right at the end. Those are the cases that I am most excited for. The super old school ones, you know, no Operation, just Weapon Case 1. That's epic. Also Operation Bravo, nothing but blue. Moving on to the Danger Zone case, I managed to get the #1 AK-47 StatTrak Asimov in a video quite recently. I will leave it up the top of the screen somewhere. But I have to say, this was probably one of my least favorite updates to CS, because it had the whole Danger Zone mode, and it just completely conflicted with the actual concept of Counter-Strike. I know I'm going to be upsetting a lot of people by saying that, but it just wasn't for me. Battle Royale and Counter-Strike, they're not the same thing. Blues, bro. And I personally thought trying to bring the concept of Counter-Strike into a Battle Royale scenario, it just didn't work. The engine was like way too outdated for it, and it's just going to give us blues. But on the flip side, I know that a bunch of you really enjoyed the Danger Zone update, so that's just my personal preference. Anyway, Operation Hydra case, these are very expensive cases, and the reason for that is basically the AWP Onitaji. This is an epic skin, and it's incredibly expensive if we manage to get it in StatTrak Factory New. Possibly, we might have enough items right at the end of the video to do like a big trade up, but oh, okay. It's the Hellfire. That's actually pretty cool. What condition is it in? It looks field tested. I'm going to go ahead and guess it's field tested. Shall we have a look? It is field tested. But that is definitely the best item we've got so far. And I'm guessing the price of the Hellfire is probably quite high because it's the tier below the trade up needed for the Onitaji. Another blue. Yeah. Best case scenario, we get enough pinks at the end of this video to try and trade up for the Onitaji. That would be epic. Actually, even better, best case scenario, we get a knife and we don't get the Mag 7 hard water. Moving on to the Spectrum case. The USPS Neo Noir, I really like that skin. The AK-47 Bloodsport, obviously a big winner. Let's open it up. It feels like a long time ago since we had the Spectrum case. And I'm pretty sure it was. Not quite sure what year it was. I just looked it up and it is March the 15th, 2017 when this case was released. So nearly going on like 4 years. That's why it does feel such a long time ago to me. Final Spectrum case, AK-47 Bloodsport would be ideal, Gabe. Are you listening to me? Listening to me, Gaben? The Bloodsport. That's not it, it's the capillary. Moving on to the glove case, this once again was an interesting one. The skins in it are not really great. The only thing we'd really be wanting from this case would be gloves, and the reason they have actually held their price so well is the fact that they do have gloves in them. And gloves have been a pretty cheeky investment for some people. They've definitely gone up in price, and they're like the item that people didn't really see coming to have that much worth. A pair of gloves would be epic, especially in factory new condition, because they are so rare in factory new. We're gonna get a blue instead. A Gammon 2 case. The AK-47 Neon Revolution ain't bad. Overall, I would say not a very... I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Good? Not a very good case. I mean, look at these skins. You know, the absolute best skin, the tier. Does this deserve to be top tier? I personally would say no. Also, the Neon Revolution, not my... Oh, there it is, as we're talking about it. Not my favorite skin, but it's a lot better than that fam. Final Gamma 2 case. I believe these had some pretty interesting epic knives in. So if we manage to get one of those coming up, that would be another blue. Let's go. The Gamma case was released June 16th, 2016. So we're even getting more and more old school as we go on. The Mecha Industries, obviously an epic skin that I would really like. Mecha Industries looks surprisingly like the Print Stream. Putting them both together, there's just like a white base and then, oh, we get a pink. Nice. And it's stat track. Very nice. It is field tested. Looks factory new though. I actually managed to get my hands on a Print Stream in a CSMM game the other day. Another blue. And the Print Stream really wasn't as similar to the Mecha Industries as I originally thought. It's got like this crazy
rainbowy holographic film over it.
I'll just show you the clip. I couldn't find my clip, so here's somebody else's. Holy shit! Holy crap! Moving on to the Chroma 3 case. Now, the Chantito's Fire is alright. Everything else I don't really like. The reason that most of these Chroma cases have actually held their value... Oh no, connecting to CSGO network, that's not good. Oh no! Well, the whole CSGO network has just gone down in the middle of my video. Fantastic. But as I was saying about the Chroma cases, they had a whole bunch of new patterns, and you can really pull some epic knives from these. This is what I do while I'm waiting for the CS network to come back up. And we're back! We can get back to getting one of those sick Chroma knives. Let's go. Have a good feeling about this one. This is the blue we've been waiting for. Look at that. It's going to be an absolute blue bonanza by the end of this video. There's going to be so many blues in my inventory, but added one purple to it. Final Chroma 3 case. That was a bit of a mouthful to say. And then we're obviously moving on to the Chroma 2s, and then we're moving on to the Chroma 1s, and then carry on through the chronological order of cases. Actually, you know what? That's pretty awkward. The Chroma cases weren't released in chronological order. It didn't go Chroma case 1, Chroma case 2, Chroma case 3. There were a bunch of cases between, including the Wildfire case. The AK-47 Fuel Injector, pretty sick skin. I'll take that. That's basically the only thing I like from all of these skins. Also contains a Bowie knife, which is possibly one of the worst knives in the game in terms of releases and cases. So it's another blue, surprise, surprise. I wouldn't mind just a little pink to add. Oh, I saw it. A little pink to add to the trade-ups at the end. Instead, we're going to get the Lapis Gator. But what we really want to see is a little cheeky Nova Hyper Beast, possibly, for the pinks, for the trade-ups. Oh, okay, at least it's purple. I had forgotten about this case, the revolver case, and I forgot about it for a reason. It's just had zero impact on my brain because the skins in it are that poor. They really are so bad in the revolver case. Oh, look at that, R8 Crimson Red revolver. Why did they think it was a good idea to release a case? Sure, only 2 revolver skins in it, but it's called the revolver case. It revolves, hey, see what I did there? Around the revolvers. Another one. And for a case to revolve around such a terrible gun that nobody uses whatsoever is just a little bit ridiculous. We're gonna get the bronze. Oh, I thought it was the bronze deco. It's not, it's the Corinthian. Speaking of terrible skins, next up we got the shadow case. Once again, one of the least popular series of knives ever, and the actual skins in it are pretty bad as well. Kill confirmed, I like. Frontside Misty, I like. That's about it. If we did actually manage to pull shadow daggers from this, I'd be a little bit upset because I feel like we'd wasted our knife chance on what some people call the butt plugs. I don't blame them for naming it like that because they are pretty pathetic. When you actually have them in your hands in CS, you're just like spinning them around and there's like the tiniest little things you have in your hand. I have never owned shadow daggers and I am proud. I'm proud to say that because they are one of the worst knives. Oh, nice. Frontside Misty is a stat track. Okay, it's not stat track. But that was one of the skins I said I liked. Oh, is that field tested? It is, unfortunately so. Moving on to the Falchion case. This case actually has decent skins in it. We have the AK-47 Aquamarine Revenge, sick. We have the AWP Hyper Beast, sick. Everything else, pretty bad. And if we get a knife from it,
even worse.
Because the Falchion knives are terrible. The animation on them is really bad. Oh, pink, yes! That's what we need, more pinks to add to the final trade-up. That is battle scarred as hell. I'm going to be happy if it keeps giving me those pinks. Do not give me a Falchion knife. I know it's a bit of a weird thing to say, don't give me a knife, but Falchion knives are just terrible. Unless, obviously, it's something like a ruby or a sapphire, but I'm not even sure you can get those from this case. Another pink? Oh, yes, the yellow jacket. It looks like that trade up at the end is definitely happening. Now, the Chroma 2 case that I was talking about that I thought came before the Chroma 3, but I was very wrong. This has some sick skins in it too. We got the M4A1S Hyper Beast, and we got the Mac 10 Neon Rider. Mac 10 Neon Rider, it's not that expensive. You can pick it up for pretty cheap, but in terms of the actual looks of it, it's sick. I love it. I know it's not that expensive, but it's still really sick. If you're a fan of using the Mac 10, just like I am, second round, rush B, flash those tons, spray that Mac 10, then you should open this case. Or an even wiser financial idea would not be to open this case, would probably be to just buy it straight off the Steam market, because opening cases, as you can see, is not a very profitable experience. Final Chroma 2 case, show me one of those absolutely sick knives. I know that you can get some crazy knives from this, so it's a blue. In a way, I was kind of right about the Chroma cases, because it did go Chroma 1, Chroma 2, but then there were a few cases between the Chroma 3. But this case doesn't really have my favorite skins in it. The Dragon King's pretty decent, the Man of War and the Chatterbox fall like the highest tier of the case. I'm not going to agree with those because I just don't think they're very good skins, but the very first skin we get is going to be a blue. It's the Catacombs. I've seen that so much in my life. I don't want to see it anymore. So, not a Catacombs, nice pink, I'll happily take for the big trade-ups. Oh, okay, it's a Catacombs, of course it is. Yeah, very final Chroma case. If we get another Catacombs, I'm going to be pretty upset. That is the most popular skin in this whole case. It goes past, we didn't get it, that's good. MP9 Deadly Poison. Operation Vanguard, the AK-47 Wasteland Rebel, pretty cool skin. And the P2000 Fire Elemental, also pretty cool skin. Let's open it up. Let's see what we get. Hopefully it's not a terrible... Oh, blue, and it's not. Okay, purple. This also has the Cartel series of skins in, which was made by Anders of Room on Fire. It's a blue. And I remember when the Cartel series of skins actually got in the game, because it was a similar time to me getting my Ninja Diffuse sticker in the game. at least it's a purple. And I remember messaging Anders and being like, congratulations, dude. We both got something in the game. Just being ecstatic about it, to be honest. That was a super proud day, super proud moment for me. Still is. Moving on to the Esports 2014 summer case. The skins in it, not really a fan. Nothing jumps out at me. Nothing takes my fancy. The thing with the esports cases are they open so ridiculously fast. I don't know if anyone else has actually noticed that, but in comparison to normal cases, they like instant open. There's no animation where the case drops. It's just boom. Look, check this out. Boom. There it is. Just instant open. I actually... Oh, sick! The Jaguar! That is awesome. It's not in stat track. What condition is it in? Ooh, it's definitely not a factory new. It's well worn. I'm pretty sure this is the best item we've managed to get so far. And if we check the price... Yeah, a little disappointing for that being the best item we've managed to get so far. But as I said, 20,000 likes and I'll make it happen. Down below in the comments, I will give that away. That's the #1 contender so far. Moving on to the Operation Breakout weapon cases. The value of these is actually really high, and that's not as a result of all the 6 skins in it. It is, however, the result of the fact that the butterfly knife is in it, one of the most popular knives and one of the most expensive knives in the whole game, purely I think because of the animation. Getting one of those butterfly knives would really make this video epic. What if it was stat track, Doppler, Ruby, factory new? I said I'd give it away in the comments, so I had to keep my word. Final shot at the butterfly knife. Here it goes. I also won't be too unhappy with a little cheeky Cyrex or a pink for the trade-ups. It's going to be a blue. Moving on to the Huntsman case, we're actually absolutely powering through this opening. This is a winner, and the only reason this case is a winner is because of this skin right here. The AK-47 Vulcan is a sick skin. It's also very expensive. Unfortunately, the knives you actually got from this case, the Huntsman knives, they're pretty whack. I don't really like them too much. It's going to be a blue because the animation on them is pretty basic. They're just like really large and awkward in your hand. They don't look very cool. So in terms of the actual knife from this case, it's not great. But there is one magical skin in this case that is great, and that is the skin we're after right now in our final Huntsman case. Show me a Vulcan, and that will take the best place skin to give away. 3 Phoenix cases. This case was released in February of 2014. That makes me feel so old. I remember doing trade-ups back in 2014 to try and get the AWP Asimov. Very sick skin. Unfortunately, I think it was so popular and it's so old and there are so many of them. Oh, I'll take that purple in the game that it just doesn't really tend to hold its value very well. That and the fact that the float is capped to the very best you can get at being field tested, I think that kind of helped bring the value down quite a bit. I'm not complaining if I get it because that is a super sick skin, super old school skin, and very nostalgic and sentimental to me. But we're going to get a battle-scarred corporal. We are running low on cases. The Weapon 3 case. Nobody likes this case. The reason nobody likes it is because it's all pistols, and the majority of the pistols are like terrible weapons that nobody even uses. Look how many CZs are in there. It's just unnecessary to have that many CZs in there. The one good thing about this case is actually trade up, because as you can see, it only has 1 tier in the covert range, and that is the CZ Victoria. And so when you get the pinks and try and use them in the trade up, they increase your chances of getting the weapon that you actually want, which is none of the skins within this case. So actually, best case scenario, a pink, so I can use it for a trade up. It's going to be a blue instead. Fuchsia is now, and then the Undertow. Those are the skins that we'll happily take, but we're going to get a nice juicy blue. The Winter Offensives. Actually a case with a bunch of really good skins in. The Guardian, very nice. P50 Mendy, love that skin. All Breadline, classic. M4 Asimov, really cool. Very expensive nowadays. Sawn Off Kraken, not so good. In terms of the actual design of the skin and the way it looks, super sick. But who runs around using a sawn-off shotgun nowadays in Counter-Strike? Nobody. The Sandstorm, I haven't seen that in such a long time. I remember when that was the focal point of many Darude Sandstorm memes at the time. I'm kind of glad that that meme, has died, and the hopes of me getting the AWP red line have also died. A nice little M4A1S Guardian from this would be good, so we can use it in the trade up and try and get the M4A4 Azimov. Nope, it's the Magma? It's the Magma. Esports 2013 case. A little similar to the Weapon Case 3 in the fact that the skins we'd get from it we'd probably want to use in trade ups, as there's only one covert tier in the top range, and that's the M4A4 X-Ray, which is a really bad skin. I got one the other day, and I think it sells for like 10 euros. Wow.
Nice.
Oh,
It's terrible.
Oh my god.
nice.
Red. Yeah. Good job.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah. Congratulations, dude.
And you really don't want the very best skin in your whole case to be 10 euros, because I think the... Ooh, another blue. I think the skins under it, like the Desert Eagle Cobalt Disruption, the Firemass Afterimage, and the AWP Electric Hive, are actually worth a lot more than the X-Ray. In fact, I even think the blue Laminate in something like Factory New Stat Track would be worth more than the M4A4 X-Ray. It's just not a nice looking skin, and it's just not a very popular skin. But pinks for the trade-ups? Not happening. Moving on to the Weapon Case 2. This case was released in 2013, I believe. I was still playing the game all the way back then. Gonna be a blue. It does have some really epic skins in it in terms of the 5.7 case hardened. You guys are probably like, what are you talking about, the 5.7 case hardened? But if you actually manage to get a blue gem edition of the 5.7 case hardened, not happening, then that can be one hell of an expensive skin. Just like we'll get a shot at the blue gem edition of the AK-47 case hardened in the Weapon Case 1. So final Weapon Case 2, it's gonna be a blue. Possibly my favorite case in the whole game, just because this is like my favorite skin in the whole game, really. It is the Operation Bravo case. Most higher tier skins from this case, because it's just so old nowadays, tend to be very, very expensive, because you can use them in trade ups and try and get that fire serpent. That's the ultimate goal, just to get that juicy fire serpent. These cases are so expensive each now. I think they're in excess of £20, like $25 or so each, I'd imagine. So anything better than a blue would be greatly appreciated. Final Bravo case. It really pains me to say that, because I absolutely love this case. Give me a graphite, give me a P90 Emerald Dragon, what a sick design. Give me a AK-47 Stat Track Factory New version. That would be... Oh, there's the P90 Emerald. Okay, we got the Graven, is it? That's it. Only 6 cases remaining. And unfortunately, our best item has been the Jaguar in Well Worn. We still have 6 chances to make our dreams come true. This case itself is incredibly expensive as well. Let's go something better than a blue. Come on, purple, come back. I opened this case back in 2013, and I managed to get, I'm pretty sure, a Stat Track minimal wear AWP Boom. I was so happy with myself at the time. Faded Zebra, Faded Zebra. But I don't think today is going to be a day where I am that happy with the skins I get. Look how many skins were in the containers back then. There's such a limited range of skins. I'm just hoping for anything. Oh, there, pink. Yeah, flashes past. Oh, another pink. Yeah. Oh, I was going to say anything better than a blue. Badass Doom Kitty. What a skin. Final 3 cases ever put into the game. We have the Dark Waters in, which are awesome. I'll take those, because then I can use them for AK-47 case hardened trade ups. We have the Lightning Strike, which is very cool, very expensive, very rare nowadays. And we obviously have a chance at the AK-47 case hardened, which we would love to get in Blue Gem edition, because I believe that can sell for in excess of like $30,000. Penultimate case. The best thing we can get from opening 3 of every single case in the game isn't a well-worn Jaguar, come on, which is like 15. Oh, the tease! The MP7 skulls again. The amount of teasing by Gaben today, not cool. Probably gonna get an Org Wings. I'm feeling this very final one is an Org Wings. Oh, another pink tease. At least it's a purple. That was definitely a little bit of a disappointment. Starting from here, the deep relief, it is just Blue City. I mean, we got a Hellfire, which wasn't too bad. We got a field tested Stat Track P2000 Imperial Dragon. We got a yellow jacket. That's about it. Apart from the Jaguar, obviously, in Well Worn, which I'll be giving away in the comments, lucky guy. And this is going to be an incredibly random trade up. Let's do it. tranquility. And for our final trade up of the video, let's do it. Some new items that we managed to get, mixed with some other items I already had in my inventory. I think the best case scenario here would be the M4A1S print stream. After picking up that skin, and seeing how epic it was, I really want one for myself. Covert collection item, let's go. Oh, the Wasteland Rebel. You know, that's not too bad either. What condition is it? Oh, field tested. I still think that that is going to sell for more than the Jaguar in Well Worn. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That brings an end to opening 3 of every single case that's ever been in the game. And that is a little sad because it's these 2 top rows, basically. Starting from the P250 X-Ray. Anything that's decent in this, like the Hellfire, Wasteland Rebel, Jaguar, P2000 Imperial Dragon, Frontside Misty, I will be giving away in the comments down below if we hit that 20,000 likes. Sorry I couldn't get any better skins for you, sorry I couldn't get any gloves, sorry I couldn't get any knives, that would have been super cool. But Gaben decided not to bless me today. I hope everybody enjoyed the video and I will see you all in the next one. Take it easy guys, peace.